In a small industrial town in Michigan, there lived a boy named Daniel Brooks. From childhood, Daniel had only one dream: to become an engineer at NASA. While other kids played video games, he built model rockets from soda bottles, wires, and scrap metal. But Daniel's family was poor. His father worked at a car repair shop, his mother cleaned houses, and college seemed like an impossible dream. When Daniel told his teacher he wanted to work for NASA, the class laughed. "Kids like you don't make it to NASA," someone whispered. Still, Daniel held on. He worked part-time at a diner, saved every dollar, and studied late into the night. But when his college acceptance letter finally arrived, his joy was crushed. The tuition was far beyond what his family could afford. That night, Daniel sat outside under stars. His dream felt broken. But deep inside, he whispered to himself, "If I can't afford a path, I'll build my own runway." Daniel joined community college, working 3 jobs at once: janitor, delivery driver, and night shift cashier. Sleep became a luxury. Often, he studied while standing behind the counter. At 3 a.m., customers saw only a tired young man, but in his mind, he was designing rockets. Failure followed him everywhere. He failed 2 math courses. He missed scholarship deadlines. He was rejected from internships. Each time, Daniel questioned himself. Maybe they were right. Maybe kids like me don't make it. But then he remembered his father's words. "Son, engines don't start without pressure. The harder it gets, the closer you are to ignition." So Daniel refused to quit. One day, while delivering pizzas to a library, Daniel overheard a group of students discussing a robotics competition. His heart raced. He asked if he could join, but they laughed at his greasy uniform and said, "We don't need delivery boys." Daniel didn't argue. Instead, he went home, searched online, and started building his own small robot from spare parts. For months, he worked alone in his garage. The robot was clumsy, but it moved, it thought, it worked. When the next year's competition came, Daniel entered as a solo participant. Everyone smirked at his homemade machine. But when the challenge began, Daniel's robot outperformed many teams. Though he didn't win, people noticed him for the first time. Among the judges was a retired NASA engineer named Mr. Howard Green. After the event, he walked up to Daniel and said, "You may not have the best resources, but you have the heart NASA looks for." With Mr. Green's mentorship, Daniel applied for a summer internship at NASA. Rejected once, rejected twice. On the 3rd try, after endless interviews and sleepless nights, he was accepted. At NASA, Daniel felt like a stranger among genius minds. Many interns had Ivy League degrees, while he came from a community college. He doubted himself every day. But instead of hiding his weaknesses, Daniel worked twice as hard. When others left at 5, he stayed until midnight. One evening, his supervisor found him still working on a simulation. "Daniel," she said, "why are you still here?" He replied, "Because the stars won't wait for me to be ready." That answer changed everything. Slowly, Daniel earned respect, not because he was the smartest, but because he was the most relentless. Years passed. Daniel finally graduated, earned his engineering degree, and became part of a team working on a Mars mission. On the day of the rocket launch, he stood among thousands, looking up at the sky. As the engines roared and the rocket lifted into the heavens, Daniel felt tears in his eyes. From a boy who couldn't afford college to a man helping humanity reach another planet, his journey was proof that impossible is just a word. Later, Daniel was invited to give a motivational speech at his old community college. Standing before hundreds of struggling students, he said, "I was once told kids like me don't make it. But dreams don't care about your zip code, your clothes, or your bank account. They only care about your courage to chase them. Don't wait for someone to build you a path. Build your own runway and take off." The audience erupted in applause, and in that moment, Daniel Brooks wasn't just an engineer. He was a symbol of hope. Dreams are not reserved for the rich, the privileged, or the lucky. They belong to those who refuse to surrender. Daniel's story reminds us that no matter how heavy the burden, the sky will always open for those who keep climbing.